بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما إلى علمنا ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. We'll continue with reading from the book فتح العلام في بيان مآخذ الأحكام في بيان مآخذ الأحكام لعبد الرحمن بن علي الحطاب حفظه الله تعالى. His lessons about how to understand the ayat of Ahkam. And we started a new section last time, Kitab al-Aniyah. And we had several ayat. So like we said, the goal of this is that we're going to know the ayat, memorize the point of, understand the words and the vocabulary of the ayat, the general theme, memorize the point of reference from the ayat, and then discuss the issues. So we said that this ayat was in 4 locations, or there were 4 mutashabih, ayatun mutashabiha. There were 4 similar ayat. The first one that we read was in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayat 173, إِنَّمَا حَرَّمَ عَلَيْكُمْ الْمَيْتَةَ وَالدَّمَ وَلَحْمَ الْخِنْزِيرِ وَمَا أُهِلَّ بِهِ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ فَمَنِ اضْطُرَّ غَيْرَ بَاغٍ وَلَا عَادٍ فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. إِنَّمَا. When you see this word in Arabic, إِنَّمَا, it means what they call hasr in Arabic. Adatul hasr. The establishing of something for something and the negating of it for everything else. Alaykum salam. Abdul Hakim entered the masjid. Who else entered the masjid? Huh?
You said Abdul Hakim.
Abdul Hakim entered the masjid. Who else entered the masjid? And Muhammad. You see how that changed? Just because I say Abdul Hakim entered the masjid, it doesn't negate other people entering the masjid. Right? That's not hustle. If I say only Abdul Hakim entered the masjid, who else entered the masjid? Nobody. That limits this thing for this thing. It limits entering the masjid for Abdul Hakim. That's what we call in Arabic hasr. There are multiple ways to do hasr in Arabic. One of them is something that we say all the time in Fatiha. Iyaka na'bud. What's that mean? We worship you? No, it means we worship only you. But the words are only we worship, or we worship. But in Arabic, when you put the end of the sentence at the beginning of the sentence, it benefits hasr. So it's as if we said, we only worship you. You see what I'm saying? That's one of the ways to do hasr in Arabic, to establish something for something and to exclude everything else.
So if you would do it, you would say, na'budu iyyak.
That's everybody. I can worship you and others. Na'buduka Allah wa na'budu ghayrak.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But if you say iyaka na'bud, it limits it to Allah. So, for example, you tell your family, you I love. No second wife. And she said, I only love you. Right? But you tell I love you, then I also love her too. Right? But that's hasr in Arabic, right? Another way to do hasr is the statement innama. Innama yufid al-hasr. Innama shows us exclusivity. Innama harrama alaykum. What's that mean then?
This is the only thing that's haram on you.
This is the only thing that's haram on you. Because Allah is saying what? Innama. Right? Innama ana basharun mithlukum yuha ilayk. What does that mean? Innama ana basharun. I'm only a man like you. Right? Now sometimes it can be contextual, meaning there can be additions in another context. But at least in this context, it's showing exclusivity. Innama harrama. At-tahrim is a religious ruling. And so if I ask you, how do we know that this is one of the ayat of Ahkam? Because it has the word haram in it. Tahrim. Right? Innama harrama alaykum. At-tahrim is prohibition في أسلوب الإلزام. ما نهى الشارع عنه على سبيل الإلزام. What the legislator prohibited you to do it in a way that is binding. Meaning you do not have a choice. If you did it, you are sinning. And if you are sinning, you deserve punishment. Now, will Allah punish you? That's up to Allah if He'll punish you or not. But you deserve it. So it's what the legislator forbade in a way that is binding. Right? That's what haram is. So Allah is telling us, إِنَّمَا حَرَّمَ عَلَيْكُمْ. Who made it haram? Allah. Right? إِنَّمَا حَرَّمَ عَلَيْكُمْ الْمَيْتَ. طيب, what is al-mayta? We talked about in other classes, al-mayta has a linguistical meaning, a kind of vast or cultural meaning, and then a specific meaning to the people in legislation, to the people of fiqh. So for example, al-mayta in Arabic linguistically just means something that is dead. Right? In the more comprehensive, vaster meaning, it can include things like there are different categories of mayta, even in the religion. So like you have the mayta of things that have no flowing blood. Right? Insects. Can we call them mayta? If an insect dies, so I'll put it like this. Anything that dies without being slaughtered or is ineligible to be slaughtered, then it's mayta. For example, an insect. Do you slaughter insects? No. So they're ineligible to be slaughtered. If you find a dead insect, what is that dead insect? It's mayta. But can you prove that we call that mayta? Now that's linguistically, we're in the religion now. Can you prove that we call that mayta?
It's not slaughtered.
Well, yeah, that's you came up with that, Abdul Hakim. Prove that the religion classified that as mayta. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Uhilla lakum maytatani wa damman." It's been made lawful for you two types of mayta. What's the two types of mayta? Al-jarad wal-hut. Locust and the whale. Right? The locust is a what? The Prophet called it what? So that's one category of mayta. Insects. Things that don't have flowing blood. Another category of mayta is fish. Sea animals. We know that sea animals die. Do you slaughter sea animals? You don't have to slaughter sea animals. So they die without being slaughtered. They're mayta. Another type of mayta are land animals, not humans. These are animals that either die without being slaughtered or are ineligible to be slaughtered. Like cats. Do we slaughter cats? Can you do the biha to a cat? If a cat dies, it's what? It's mayta. Then you have humans. Humans, they die. Do you slaughter humans? If a human dies, it's what? Mayta. Is there any other type of mayta? That's four. I like to mention the fifth one. Can anybody guess what the fifth one is? We got insects, sea animals, land animals, humans.
Jinns.
Humans and jinns. We'll put them in the same category.
Vegetables.
Plants. Are plants alive?
Yes.
Yes. Right? And that's why Allah says, فَأَحْيَيْنَا بِهِ بَلْدَةً مَيْتًا. Right? And He gave life to a land that was dead. The religion called it mayta. That's in the general concept of the word. But when the scholars of Islamic law talk about mayta, they're only talking about, really, generally speaking, one category. And they might mention two categories. They're talking about land animals that die without being slaughtered or are not slaughterable Islamically. Any animal that you can eat, but you didn't slaughter it, when that animal dies, it is now what? Mayta. Even if it was tahir when it was alive, When it becomes Mayta after it dies, it is now what? It's now Najis. Does that apply to all Mayta?
No.
What kind of Mayta does it apply to?
The land of
Land animals that are able to be slaughtered, but die without being slaughtered. Or animals that die that aren't eligible to be slaughtered. Cats, are they tahir or najis? Tahir. Cats are innaha laysa bi najisa. Innaha min al-tawafina alaykum wal-tawafat. The Prophet ﷺ said, they're not najis. They're from the animals that go back and forth amongst you. But when a cat dies, the cat becomes what? Why does the cat become najis? Because it's
Mayta.
Mayta. Tayyib. Pigs. Can they be slaughtered? La. You can't Bismillah Allahu Akbar a pig. Right? It's Mayta. No matter what you did to it, when it dies, it's Mayta. Pigs, when they're alive, they're najis. And when they die, they're najis. So we have three categories. Animals that are alive and tahir, that can be eaten. Animals that are alive and tahir, that can't be eaten. And animals that are alive and najis and can't be eaten. No matter which one of them it is, when it dies, it's Mayta. How do we know we can't eat them when they die? How do we know we can't eat Mayta? إنما حرم. Allah made it haram, Mayta. إنما حرم عليكم الميتة والدم. الدم is blood. Another word for it is a nafs. Some people call it dam. Sometimes they also refer to it in Islam as a nafs. Like when we talk about insects, we say ma la nafsa lahu sa'il. That which doesn't have a flowing nafs, i.e. doesn't have flowing blood, right? So dam is blood, but not all blood is najis. But this is a point of contention amongst the people of Islam, amongst the scholars of Islam. Some scholars say all blood is najis, and they make exceptions. Some scholars say this ayat doesn't mean all blood. It means a specific type of blood. And you need a proof to make other types of blood najis. For example, you brush too hard, your gums bleed. That blood, is it tahir or najis? It's tahir. What's your proof?
Because this is how they used to fight without. They used to have blood on their
That's in fighting. Fighting can make things lawful that aren't normally lawful.
What about the one that was making salah and he got hit with an arrow and he kept making salah?
He got hit with an arrow and kept making salat.
Yeah.
He's fighting.
He's not fighting, he was making salah.
Umar got stabbed.
Yeah, it was Nawaf.
Umar got stabbed and then they cleaned him off.
And he was Nawaf.
But Allah said, them.
What kind of dam?
And we'll come back to this because you know what? We'll come back to this because this is not the point for this. This is about najasat. But the point is that you see the difference in the ma'khad. Do you say that all blood is tahir and then you need the proof to make it najis? Or do you say that all blood is najis and then you need the proof to make it tahir?
All blood is najis.
If all blood is najis, then you now need the proof to make it tahir. Like, for example, period blood.
Hijama. One fasting.
Hijama, what about it? Is that blood that comes out when hijama, is it tahir or najis?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Popping a pimple, getting stabbed, an injury. Some people say that the foundation of blood is najis, and then you need a proof to make it tahir. Like the blood that's left in the veins after you slaughter the animal. We say that there's a proof that this is tahir. Right? Ghasilat dam or ghasilat lahm. The little red, when you get a package of meat and it's the little red liquid in it, why is it red? Blood. But that blood is perfectly fine. And so we say we have a proof for that from the action of the salaf and things like that. Or do you say that all blood is tahir and you need a proof to make it najis? Which one is this ayat referring to? إِنَّمَا حَرَّمَ عَلَيْكُمْ الْمَيْتَةَ وَالدَّمْ. Is the alif and lam here the dam that I'm talking about? Or is the aleph and lam here all them?
What are we talking about?
Huh?
What are we talking about right now?
If you say it's the one we're talking about, then you say all other blood is fine. You need a proof to make it najis.
Would it be here in this context? Would it be specific or?
That's the question. Remember, our goal here isn't to answer the question, because you're going to need a lot more information to answer the question. You're going to need to look at the hadith. You're going to need to look at the statements of the Salaf. You're going to need to actually research the issue to arrive at your answer. But you see how this ayah is the foundation for it. Is this ayat saying Allah made it haram on you all blood, and then you need a proof for the exception? Or is the ayat saying Allah made it haram on you that blood, and you need a proof to make other blood haram as well? See what I'm saying? Because the blood, if you say it's a specific blood, then it's referring to a dam al-masfuh, running blood, flowing blood, spilled blood. When you slaughter an animal, what happens? The blood shoots out. That blood, some people say that that's the blood that's being referred to in this ayah.
Makes sense.
Right? It makes sense because it's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But other people say, no, Allah said ad-dam, and so it's all blood. Right? And so that Sahabi that you talked about who got injured and he was bleeding, we say, no, that blood was najis. That's wrong.
But he was still making salah.
Okay, he didn't know no better.
What if he did?
That's what you got to prove. See what I'm saying?
These are Sahaba.
Does that mean all the Sahabi knew the answers of what to do? They didn't know until the Prophet educated them. And here it is Allah educating us and saying, ad-dam. And we're going to talk about that. Do you take the action of a Sahabi over the statement of Allah? So Allah said, ad-dam. The point of it is that you see the ma'khad, you see how this ayah becomes utilizable in both ways. Now, this is not the topic, because the topic is what?
You know?
Containers. So we're not going to talk about blood in detail right now, but we understand how this ayah will be used later. إنما حرم عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير. لحم الخنزير, the meat of pig. Lahm is the meat. Not every part of the animal is lahm. You have skin. Skin is not lahm. You have fat. Fat is not lahm.
So we can use the fat of a pig.
You have nerves and tendons, ligaments. They are not lahm. You have hair and bones and nails. They are not lahm. Allah said, وَلَحْمِ الْخِنْزِيرِ. In the previous word, ad-dam, we said it was a word that could mean all, but probably means specific. This is something that happens often in Arabic. We'll mention the am and we intend the khas. We'll mention a word generally, but all we're really talking about is the specific thing. Like ad-dam. We use the word general to include all blood, but really all we're talking about is what? Ad-dam al-masfuh, spilled blood. We also do the opposite. We mention a specific thing and intend the general. Lahm al-khinzir, specific or general? Specific. But what did Allah mean?
Pigs.
All of it.
All the pigs.
Everything about it.
All the pig?
All the pig. Right?
Ah, okay, so everything about the pig.
Right.
Even the bones.
We didn't get there yet. We'll argue
That's
that
all
point.
the pig then.
Because remember,
What about
If
the
we
skin?
take that,
you can say all the pig. The people who say that the bones are najis will say,
All.
"Well, lahm al-khinzir."
yeah,
We mean all of it. Allah said the meat, but He meant what?
all of it.
All of it. The hair, the meat, the bones, all of it.
Right.
The fat, right?
If you take that,
So, what was you saying, Ayman?
No, I'm saying like the skin. Those who say all of it will also say the
Yeah,
skin too,
yeah.
even if it's 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if those who say that.
Yeah.
How do we get there? Because we say we all agree that Allah didn't mean only the meat. We all agree that
We
Allah
agree.
didn't mean only the meat.
we agree on that.
Who says we can eat pig fat?
That's a good point.
Nobody. No Muslim says we can have some pig fat.
Right.
Right? We all agree that Allah meant more than just the meat. And so they say Allah said a specific thing, but meant general. وَلَحْمِ الْخِنْزِيرِ وَمَا أُهِلَّ. Uhilla bihi li ghayrillah. What was announced for other than Allah. At-tahleel, it means to announce, to yell. And that's what they used to do when they would slaughter their animals for other than Allah. Like what do we do? Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Right? But they would uhilla bihi li ghayrillah. They would announce other than Allah over their animals. وَمَا أُهِلَّ بِهِ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ. I want you to pay attention. We're going to come across this. Remember, we said these ayats have more than one hukm in it. And eventually we'll get to them. What did it say? What was announced for other than Allah?
No.
What about what wasn't announced for Allah?
Like just doing it like that?
Yes. You see the difference?
Yeah.
What was announced for other than Allah versus what Allah's name wasn't mentioned over it.
Yes.
There's a difference. You see what I'm saying? And so this ayat is talking about what was announced for other than Allah. Bismil Uzza. Bismil Isa. Bismi Isa. This is haram. وَمَا أُحِلَّ بِهِ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ. Remember, Baqarah, bihi comes first. وَمَا أُحِلَّ bihi لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ. Baqarah, bihi comes first. Remember we talked about the mutashabih. They're going to get confusing because the ayats sound alike. So Baqarah, bihi comes first. Right? فَمَنِ اضْطُرَّ غَيْرَ بَاغٍ وَلَا عَادٍ فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Whoever is forced not out of transgression, meaning if you're in a situation where you have to do it, a dhurura. What is a dhurura?
Need.
No, necessity.
Necessity.
There you have al-iradat or al-mukammilat, al-hajiyat, wal-dhururat. Al-dhururat are things that you will lose life or limb because of their absence. Oxygen. So dhurura. If you don't have oxygen, you will die. Then you have hajat. Needs. Needs are things that you will suffer an unnecessary or an extreme unnormal burden because of their absence. Electricity. If you don't have electricity, will you die? You can still cook your food. You can still have light to see, right? People have survived and are surviving right now without electricity. Like in America, without electricity, you're in an extreme hardship. You can't heat your home in the winter. You can't keep your food fresh. And that lifestyle here has become normal. Maybe some places it's still without electricity. But if you marry a woman, for example, here in America, do you have to provide that electricity? Why? It's not a necessity. Huh?
It's a necessity for her.
No, it's not. When the first person to ever propose to me, I
They
said,
proposed to you?
yeah, she asked somebody to ask me. I said, you got to be willing to live in a tent and make wudu out of a bucket. Live in a tent and make wudu out. Did that meet your needs? Sorry. Did it meet your necessities?
Yeah.
How many people have lived in tents throughout history?
Yeah.
How many people have made wudu out of a bucket throughout history? I've met your necessities. You got to be willing to live that lifestyle. That's the kind of lifestyle I want to lead.
Right.
Just to let you know, the sister said no thing. If I want to marry a person, do I got to provide her electricity? In America,
Culturally.
we say yes, because it's a need. Even though some places they might not have do I have to provide her a phone? In America, yes. This is a need. Right?
So it's watching.
Yes, because it's from her needs. And one thing to know about needs, so when we talk about providing her needs, how will she communicate without a phone? People all over the world don't have cell phones. But here, a cell phone is a need.
Or even a car, like that's
A car could become a need. You see what I'm saying? Transportation, having the ability to get around. So a need is something that you will suffer an extreme undue hardship because of its absence. And needs can sometimes reach the level of necessity. الحاجات تنزل منزل الضرورات. Some needs can reach the level of necessity. For example, clothing. Is clothing a necessity?
Yeah. No, well, it's not a necessity. You can live without
I mean, you
it.
can live without it, but I mean, come on.
It's gonna be tough.
But not even that it's just going to be tough.
You need a phone, but you can't need clothes.
You need clothes.
No, necessity.
Necessity.
A phone is a need. Clothing, it's a need that's reached the level of necessity. Yeah, you got to have clothes. Because the necessity here isn't just your survival. How can you pray without it? Now, if you don't have it, Allah will accept your prayer. But you got to be able to pray. And so you need clothes. And so that need has reached the level of necessity. So we have to understand it. And then you have kamaliyat. Reeboks.
The brand.
The brand, Reeboks.
Camellia.
Do you need Reeboks? If I get you some Attack Force, are they good enough?
Yeah.
Right? And so it's definitely not a necessity.
What if she's raised with
That's a different conversation. We're talking about needs, necessities, and completion. You see what I'm saying? You don't need this, right? You don't need a television. You don't need cable. It's not a need. You're not missing anything because of it. Yes, it makes your life easier. Yes, an iPhone is the nicer ability to communicate with. But I can get you a flip phone from, Cricket.
Chinese.
You see what I'm saying?
offers. Not your
Because the need was to have communication. So, فَمِنَ الطُّرَّ, whoever was put in a necessity. Now we understand this. Before that, فَمِنَ الطُّرَّ, if you were in the necessity to eat this meat.
Oh, okay. What's its name in Arabic?
Huh?
What's the name in Arabic?
ضرورة.
No, what was it?
الله أكبر
فمن الطرة
الله أكبر
الطرة الله أكبر الله أكبر
الله
اضطر
أكبر
يضطر
الله أكبر
Yeah. الله أكبر الله أكبر
لا إله إلا الله
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله
أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله
حي على الصلاة
لا حول ولا قوة
حي على الصلاة
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله
حي على الفلاح
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله
حي على الفلاح
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله
الله أكبر الله أكبر
الله أكبر الله أكبر
لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير والصلاة القائمة آتي محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة وبعث مقام المحفوظ الذي وعده رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد السلام.
the thought was added for
The ta was changed from a ta, ifta'ala. But iltarra is too hard to say. So we changed it to a ta. Right? So it's on the scale ifta'ala. Right? Iltarara. Ilturra, we changed the ta to a ta.
can't say it.
Iltarra. Yeah, the mujanasa of the ta and the dad make it that you have to make the ta a ta. طيب. So when can I eat this haram? In the ضرورة. And this ayah is the evidence for the qaida al-kubra al-ضرورات تبيح المحظورات. Necessity makes the haram permissible. Necessity makes something haram permissible. And there are limits to this, but generally speaking, if it is a necessity and it is a haram that doesn't transgress against others, the haram becomes permissible with the necessity. What about if it transmits to others? Kill Muhammad or I'm going to kill you.
Oh, that's a good one.
Can't do that.
Can't do it.
I can't do it?
No. You're a necessity. I'm going to kill you if you don't do it.
Yeah.
Right?
So I gotta shoot him.
No, you can't.
Yeah, but I can try to get you.
You can do whatever you want, but you can't shoot him. If you shoot him, you'd be sinning.
What about
Because the necessity, it's only for you.
Even if he says, do it.
Do it. Just shoot me out.
Shoot
Do
him.
it. Do it.
That's a sin on you.
No, you'd be murdering him.
What if you fake it?
You didn't do it.
like they did Dawood alayhi salam and the fish?
The fish?
Was it Yunus?
Yunus.
When he was
In the belly of the
to
whale.
go jump off the ship.
Okay, bring me the ayat.
I thought he
To
was.
save everybody else on
Bring me
the
the
boat.
ayat. I know what you're talking about.
I'm saying like that.
I know what you're talking about, but bring me the ayat. I don't know this to
You
be.
can't commit suicide for others.
Did
To save others.
Did they throw him off the ship? Or?
I don't know. That's why I said bring me the ayat. Because that's the Israeliyat. That's what they did. Did he commit suicide?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like that. You cannot save yourself, save others, and kill yourself.
You can't
by-
kill yourself to save others. I don't know. But you can't kill others to save yourself.
Right.
Can you kill yourself to save others? I don't know. But can you kill others to save yourself? No. You see what I'm saying? Because the necessity that you can undertake can't be something that transgresses against somebody else.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I think they use that as well for the.
For the suicide bombings, right? But so that's why I said I don't know, because the evidences that they use for suicide bombers, the most of those evidences, the person wasn't committing suicide. Like Al-Bara ibn Azib, when he said, "Throw me over the wall. I'll open the door for you."
Yeah.
He wasn't saying throw me over the wall so I could die for you. He said throw me over the wall, I'll open the door for you. And he succeeded. He didn't commit suicide. He succeeded.
Right.
Abu Dujana, when he would go into the rank and come out,
He expected to be.
he expected to win.
That ain't gonna work.
Huh?
Suicide like that.
Like, I'm not committing suicide. I'm going to win. When you say Yusuf, I don't know what happened. Yunus, assalamu alaikum. I don't know what happened. I know what the Israeliyat are, but I don't know like what Islam is about what he did. Did he jump off the boat? Did they throw him off the boat? What was happening? I don't know. And then that circumstance was something that Allah wanted. When he jumped off the boat, got thrown off the boat, did he think he was going to die? You see what I'm saying? And then he didn't die. So, you see what I'm saying? I don't know. But can I kill somebody to save my life? Because the necessity can't be something that transgresses against others.
Even if he's kafir.
Even if he's a kafir. Like, necessity makes the haram permissible. This ayat is a proof for that. Needs, do they make the haram permissible? No. Needs do not make the haram permissible. Needs make the makruh permissible. If something is makruh and you have a need, needs make the makruh permissible. Going to a place that plays music. You don't listen to music. You don't like music. This place plays music. And they have images and women uncovered. You lower your gaze, you're not committing a sin.
Right.
But going to that place.
Simple place.
Like a grocery store.
Like a grocery store. It's disliked.
What about a gym though?
It's disliked.
Right.
No, you good. But I need to go to the grocery store.
That's a need, yeah.
That need made the disliked mubah. You don't come to somebody and say, man, it'd be better if you didn't go to the grocery store. You'd be better off growing your own tomatoes and cucumbers. You see what I'm saying? You could do it. It's not. You don't have to do this. You don't have to go. Why don't you, the Muslims, man, we need to get together and, have your own cows at home and your own sheeps at home, akhi. Wallah, it's better than going to Schnucks. Akhi, going to Schnucks is a need. If I don't go to Schnucks, I'm going to be in a hardship that's unnecessary. Right? An extreme hardship. I don't know where else to get chicken from. Akhi, but the music and the women, yeah, you lower your gaze and you don't listen to the music, but akhi, I say this is a need. It made the makruh halal. It made it mubah. Like, he asked the question, Fadl, mashallah. Hada min fadlillah. Going to the gym, what is it? I just gave you 3 categories. Is it necessity? It's not a necessity. Is it a need? Not at all. It's not a need. Going to Total Fitness in no way, shape, or form is a need. There's no way you can make Total Fitness a need to me. I don't see how you can make Total Fitness, 24-hour fitness, a need.
Work out at home or something.
Yeah, work it at home. Work out somewhere else.
Nice weights.
You see what I'm saying? There's no need there.
I never even went there in my life.
So, it's a kamaliyat. It's something that is a completion. And bear in mind, I'm not saying going to these places are haram. But if it is haram, can you go there? No. If it's makruh, can you go there? Yes, but it's makruh. You shouldn't.
And to abandon it is better.
You get reward. You see what I'm saying? Because there's no need to make. I don't know. I'm not going to give an answer about what is the ruling on going to Total Fitness.
I mean, you got.
I know what we got, and I know I'm still not going to give an answer. That's not my
I'm
position.
not saying you should. I'm saying like, what is it?
Remember, the point of this is never to give you the answer. The point of this is for you to have the tools to make your answer. I can look and say, man, I want to go to Total Fitness today. I want to go to the movies. I want to go to this place. I want to go to that place. What's the ruling on it? And what should I do with this ruling? You see what I'm saying? You have that's your job. That's between you and Allah.
What's the truth? What does that mean? Is it
What?
a gym?
A gym, yeah, it's a gym. Yeah, gym.
Whatever level Dar Salam.
Dar es Salaam, they got a gym.
So
Alhamdulillah.
what's the gym name?
What's the gym there?
No, the one you were using, I wanted to know.
Total Fitness. Total Fit. That's the name of the gym. Total Fitness. Like, this ayah is a proof for that principle of dururat tabihul mahdurat. And when you do the durura, how much of it can you do? Allah tells us here, غَيْرَ بَاغٍ. You can't go past the limit. Whatever is the limit of the necessity, that's the amount that you can do of haram.
Eating the pig.
Like eating the pig, which is another principle in Islam. الضرورات تبيح المحظورات على قدرها وكل محظور مع الضرورة بقدر ما تحتاجه الضرورة. You can do the haram to the limit of the necessity. If you need 2 bites of pig to stay alive, how many bites can you take? Just 2. But I really, man, I've been really wanting some bacon for a long time now. This is the first chance I get to eat it since I was a child. I can't take 3. Why not?
You don't need to.
That's all that you need.
All I need is 2.
State.
غير باغٍ. You cannot go past the limit. ولا عاد. Nor can you go back for more. What's the difference? غير باغٍ ولا عاد. What's the difference?
You're going back for more without necessity.
To go again, like, I liked it. Let me go eat some more.
Can I take some of it with me in case I find myself in this situation again? Everybody gives the example, I'm in the desert, and all of a sudden I find some maita. I thought I was going to die. Bismillah. I eat. Oh, okay. Back at it. I'm still in the desert though.
That's true.
Let me take some of it with me,
Just in case.
just in case. Who knows when I'm going to get out?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
So you can't
La.
do that, boy.
No. Well, I didn't. I can't go back for it. I can't return to it later on. If I come across another one when I'm about to die again, that's fine. But I can't carry this one with me to eat it later.
Let's say you left it.
I left it.
You didn't bring nothing with you.
Uh-huh.
And then you're like maybe a day away
A day away from what?
from the pig.
Okay.
and then you're like, man, I'm hungry, but there's that pig. Can you go back to that?
I don't know. I don't know. What are you doing in the desert?
Trying to get out.
So then I keep trying to get out. But can I go back to it? I don't know. That's what the tafsir would help us with, but I don't know. If you had to consume the animal, how do you feel?
Bad.
Don't worry. Inna Allaha ghafurur rahim. You see the suitability of why Allah mentioned this quality of His? فلا إثم عليه فمن اضطر غير باغ ولا عاد فلا إثم عليه. Don't worry about this sin. You didn't do anything wrong in this circumstance. Allah is Ghafurur Rahim. He'll forgive you for the thing that for everybody else would have been the sin, as if it never happened. And He was merciful enough to furnish you with this. When Allah gives you the allowance, it's from His mercy. And you don't have to feel bad from it. We're in Ramadan. How many of y'all made that mistake already? In the morning, took a sip of water. See, none of y'all do that, mashallah, because y'all are up at suhoor, taking a suhoor, knowing you're going into the day fasting. But it happens often for the person who is not used to fasting. They wake up, they go about their day, they take a sip, subhanAllah, it's Ramadan. Why? Allah gave them that.
Yeah.
Whoever eats or drinks forgetfully, then it's Allah who fed them and gave them drink. Allah's Ghafurur Rahim. So what about if they do it a second time?
They
No,
forgot
no.
intention.
They forgot. You
What if
can't.
they forgot?
What if they forgot a second time?
That's cool.
Allah's Ghafur. What if they forgot a third time?
Alright, now you don't.
Umar said that person's not used to fasting.
Yeah.
That person's not used to fasting, right? So they got to get used to fasting. Like that's the ayah.
Still an excuse.
It's still an excuse, but they got to get used to fasting.
Yeah.
They're not used to fasting. You see what I'm saying? But there's no, alhamdulillah. Umar, think about this. Umar is more compassionate than Fadl.
Just messing with you.
Umar, mashallah, you tougher than Umar, huh? Alhamdulillah. Like, that's the first ayah. Everybody understand the generalness of that? Yalla, read the second one. Surah Al-Ma'idah, ayah 3. حرمت عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير وما أهل لغير الله به والمنخنقة والموقوذة والمتردية والنطيحة وما أكله السبع إلا ما ذاكيتم فكلوا وما ذبح على نصب وأن تستقسموا بالأزلام اليوم يئس الذين كفروا من ذلكم الفسق اليوم يئس الكفار من دينكم فلا تخشوهم واخشوني اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا فمن اضطر في مخمصة غير متجانف لإثم فإن الله غفور رحيم. نعم. طيب, we'll start with the words of this ayah. حرمت. Here, no innama. Just a statement. حرمت. It has been made haram on you. This type of style in Arabic is what is known as al-mabni lima lam yusam fa'iluhu. A word that is phrased in a way that you don't know that it's not mentioned who did it. Right? A word that is styled in a way that it's not mentioned who did it. That's what the Salaf used to say. Nowadays, in grammar, they say al-mabni lil-majhul. That which is styled in a way that you don't know who did it. Which one is better? Which way of expressing this concept is better? What are they? What are the two ways of expressing this concept? When you put a word or a verb specifically on this scale, fu'ila. Right? If I say darabtuka, I hit you. Who hit you? I hit you. If I say duribta, you were hit. Who hit you? It wasn't mentioned or it's unknown. The Salaf, when they would speak about grammar, they would still have etiquette with Allah. Al-mabni lima lam yusam fa'iluhu. This word has been phrased in a way that the doer isn't mentioned.
They know the door though.
But we can't say mature because
We
Allah.
doesn't mean we know it, it just means we didn't mention it.
Nothing against
Nowadays, grammaticians, when they say it's been styled in a way that the doer is unknown. Which way is better to
First one.
articulate that?
I think the first one.
The first one is way better because sometimes we know the doer.
Yeah.
And when you say it's been said in a way that we don't know who did it, حُرِّمَتْ عَلَيْكُمُ الْمَيْتَةُ. Who made it haram?
Allah.
And we know that. Wa alaikum salam. But it was phrased in a way that we didn't mention it. Why didn't we mention it? It's obvious. Sometimes we don't mention it because it's obvious. Sometimes we don't mention it because we don't know. Sometimes we don't mention it because we want to conceal somebody's mistake. In Kesel az-Zujaj, or Kusirat az-Zujaj, the glass broke, Mom. Hey, Mom, the glass broke.
that day.
Right? You don't say, hey, Mom, my brother broke the glass. What's this? What's this? What happened? Oh, Mom, the glass broke. Glass just don't break by itself. Who did it? I know who did it, but I didn't want to put them out there. You see this a lot in hadith. The Sahaba will say things, it was said to the messenger. You think they know who said it? But they want to conceal that person. Sometimes we hide it to not show off. The Prophet kissed one of the Prophet's wives were kissed. It was you, wasn't it, Aisha? Yeah, it was me. Why did she mention herself? To not show off. So sometimes we conceal who did it, even though we know. Hurrimat. It's been made haram on you.